Right now I'm on a bus that will take me from Yangon, Myanmar's largest city, to Bagan. Bagan is about maybe 9 hours on the bus, but they told me it could be like 13. Hello?
Your luggage ticket?
Luggage ticket. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm told it can be between 9 and 13 hours. You just never know, because sometimes the military can stop you. Again, you just never know. Okay, so about 4.5 hours in, they've given us a 30-minute rest stop to this kind of like cafeteria, a bathroom break. So far it's been a very smooth ride. It's a nice bus, as I've shown you, and there were a few checkpoints, but they were very, very fast. They like opened the compartment where they have all the bags, checked it very quick. Although I did see one of the police officers shove a banknote into his pocket, so it may have been a little bit of bribery. But I'm not complaining. As long as they don't stop us for hours, I don't care. All right, y'all, so this is what I got. So we got noodles, soup, lemonade. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it's noodles. Okay, finally in Bagan. It's not really a city, it's more like there's like 3 cities. There's Old Bagan, New Bagan, and some other one. And it's just all centered around one big attraction. It's like a field with a bunch of pagodas. I'll show you when I get there. All right, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I got to my hotel and got some food, I immediately crashed, so I stopped recording for that day. But you didn't miss anything, because today is the day where I'm going to be checking everything out here in Bagan. Basically everything you can see here can be seen in a day. It's not that big, but it's really, really amazing. So what I've got here is a motorbike. It's an e-bike. They didn't give me a helmet, so hopefully I'll be okay. I'm not too worried, but in Thailand I already wiped out on one of these motorbikes, so I'm going to be a little careful on this. And basically, yeah, I'm just going to be touring Bagan around on this motorbike, and I'm going to take you with me. So I found my first place of interest. I really have no plan, just going from whatever looks nice. And basically Bagan is just a bunch of these, like a whole field of these. Not that they're not impressive. God damn it, I have to take my shoes off.
No sock.
Oh, no sock?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. So they don't do socks here. Okay, let's check this out. Just cats. Hey guys. How you guys doing? Meow. These are kind of creepy cats. They're just like loafed up. Like no sense of survival skill, just zero reaction. I want to pet him, but I shouldn't. Oh, come on, I have to. Come here. Come here, buddy. We're friends. Oh, good boy or girl. Good boy. Yeah. And exit to this. Excuse me? How old?
What?
How old is the temple?
Okay, old Bagan. This way.
No, but how many years old is the temple?
If
No. This temple?
this
How-
time say nhật time.
How old? What year?
Okay,
what?
okay. But
what year
old
built?
Bagan, old Bagan.
A temple age.
Age 700.
700 years old.
700.
Wow.
Over the 700.
Okay, thank you. It's just basically, this is basically what Bagan is. It's just fields of 700-ish. At least the last temple was about 700 years old. That's what the guy told me. Actually, I don't know if they're all the same age. But man, I wish I knew something about, maybe having a tour guide would be nice, but if you look inside, surprise, surprise, Buddha. Ah, okay. A sock?
Yeah.
Sock too?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, there's so many monastery. This here, temple, there's so many stupa and so many monastery. Yeah. I like. You can smoke like. It's the mouth.
Uh-huh.
This here. Yes, you can smoke like. Dancing mountain is a very nice view.
Ah, climb
Yeah,
this.
climb here.
Ah, okay.
Dancing mountain is a very nice view.
Oh, wow. She's right about that. So you make this out of sand?
Yeah, Sam.
Wow.
You can this, it's the river sand, it's the brown sand, it's the mineral sand. This, you can light it, no problem.
Wow.
Yeah. This, shampoo, is the wash your hair, no problem.
Wow.
Yeah, besides, it's the iron, no problem. Yes, iron, no problem.
So where you get sand? Where's the sand?
You can the river sand.
River sand.
Yeah.
Irrawaddy.
Yeah, in river sand, it's the mineral sand.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Get that.
You can this, it's the mineral sand. This is the river sand. Yeah.
This is very, very nice.
Yeah.
Guys, I've been so surprised with how chill Myanmar has been for me. Obviously, I'm a tourist and I'm going to touristy places, but still, people are just not coming here because they lump, the war happens, the war is going on, so they assume the entire country is unsafe. And that's partially true, you just never know. But I mean, I'm surprised with how few police there are, how you would never know that there's a war going on unless you talk to the people. When I was on that 9-hour drive, I didn't see any signs of combat, no bullet holes, no nothing. Obviously, I understand that the combat is contained to certain parts of the country, and you shouldn't travel to those places, and I won't. However, guys, I think if you're willing to take a little bit of a risk, I think Myanmar is absolutely worth your time, because where else in Southeast Asia are you going to find this huge and amazing of an attraction without a sea of European tourists? Nowhere. Obviously, for the residents of Myanmar, it's a much different story. But for tourism, I think despite what's going on here, I think this country needs it. So far, I haven't really seen a reason why not to come if you're an American citizen. I don't know what it's like for other countries. I've heard that they treat different nationalities differently at police stops. So Burmese language looks so beautiful, sounds beautiful as well, but I just can't wrap my head around it. I know Mingalaba, which is hello, and Jesuba, which is thank you, but beyond that, nothing. That's how it goes with all of these Southeast Asian languages. Usually I'm pretty good with learning a little bit of the language wherever I go, but Southeast Asia, man, it's hard. Yeah, don't expect me to be able to talk very well with the locals other than in English until I get to China. So peaceful. Oh, shit, almost fell. Yeah, it's so peaceful, which is quite ironic given the circumstances in this country. Man. Very phallic looking temple here. Massive, you could even say. Closed. By the way, if you're at a Buddhist temple in Myanmar, what I was told, I don't know how it is in other countries, but what I was told is that if there's a bell, it's actually encouraged to ring it, to strike it 3 times, and it symbolizes spreading your happy energy to everybody else. So I'm not a bad tourist. I have just entered Old Bagan. So the 700-year-old temples and whatnot, that wasn't even Old Bagan. That was just normal, boring Bagan. I've now entered the gates of the old city, and this is the archaeological museum. So this statue of one of the kings, what's the name? The statue of one of the kings was made in the 1100s, and if you look at his eyes, it's very, very accurately made. They look very realistic. And the rest of his body, the proportions are very well done. I'm no art genius, but for this is very well made. And check out the attention to detail here. Look, you can see his veins on his hand. All right, y'all, I need a place to find the sunset, which I've heard is really beautiful here. And I found a local guy. What's your name again?
Mew mew.
Mew Mew. Right here. And he said he knows a spot. And we're going inside this tunnel. Oh. I can't see shit.
My ear hat.
Sunset almost here. This is Bagan. I don't know if my iPhone camera can quite capture all of the temples. There's a lot of them. It's amazing. It's like no other tourist. Only other Myanmar tourists. No people who look like me. No Westerners. For the best.
Now, slowly.
Okay, I think he's taking me to a jail cell now.
I think you better take off the sunglasses.
Okay. So he took me to a second temple. Said not many people know about this one. So the guy hooked me up. Mew Mew. And from here we're gonna watch the sunset. Temples here, temples 360, everywhere. And golden one there. And the fog sits beautifully over the trees. Very nice.
Yeah, and this it's made with the cotton.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does it take to make one of these?
2.5 days.
Okay. These hot air balloons that
Yeah.
They fly here in Bagan. See, I thought that they just fly them in the evening, but it turns out they only fly them in the morning. So I missed them. It's really unfortunate.
There's no house and you know.
So Mew Mew has left us. He's gone back to his Mew Mew activities. I bought one of his paintings. I negotiated with him for a bit. You know, not a lot of tourists here, I figure. You know, it's really nice paintings. They do with sand, they last a long time, so. Or maybe he's totally lying, and maybe it'll just maybe when I get home, there'll be nothing there and he totally scammed me. But you know what? He seemed like a good dude. I'm glad to support the people of Bagan. Hey, bye, man. Good guy. So he's left me up here. He kind of took me on the motorbike for like 10 minutes in like kind of these dirt roads. Look at that though. So he kind of vaguely described the way to go back. I'm out of data. I got an eSIM at the airport. Garbage. Already out. Bye, man. Garbage eSIM. I'm out of data. There are no maps for me to go home. Roadsides are non-existent or in Burmese. So hopefully I'll be able to find a way home. But for now, it's beautiful. So this is probably the last you'll see of me in Bagan. See you guys tomorrow morning. Going to Mandalay.